Marjorie Taylor Greene was asked about AOC possibly running for president, which again, she isn't talking about, but Marge was asked about it on a news show. And her response did not, under any circumstances, project any jealousy at all. Take a look.
Yeah, I can weigh in on her. Let me ask you a question, Eric. This is a woman, think about this. This is a woman, she's never been married. She has no children. She's never had a job other than working in a bar. And that was short term from what we understand. She's never run a business. This is a woman that has really no life experience and has no life wisdom because she's never done any of those things. This is why no one will take her serious as a presidential candidate, because we don't want someone that's propped up by the Democrat progressive establishment and who's basically an actress herself, making the most important decisions in America on behalf of Americans, who most of them have had jobs, have jobs, ran companies, have children, and have been married. Yeah.
Oh my God, there's so much that's amazing there. First of all, they don't take her serious. Okay, whatever. Anyway, my favorite part. My favorite part. Did you catch it? The Democrat progressive establishment. The what now? You think that there's a progressive establishment? Again, look, there are a lot of Republicans, particularly in right-wing media, that pretend that the Democratic Party is like super left-wing or whatever. They know that it's not true, but they like to say it. It's easier to attack something that you present as radical. I think Marge actually thinks that. I think that she is enough of a dumb donkey that she believes that, no, progressives are actually in charge of the Democratic Party. You know, that's why we've had Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton and even Harris more left than Biden, but not by like a ton. That's why the centrists have always run for president and the progressives have literally never won. Obviously, it's because of the Democratic establishment. But look, yeah, there's gonna be, Marge talked for like a minute straight. There's gonna be a lot of stupid comments in that time. Let's focus on AOC. So first of all, she isn't serious because she hasn't been married. So first of all, we're doing the childless cat lady thing again. Okay, good, great strategy. But whatever. So like AOC got engaged a couple years ago. Like for all we know, she is married. You don't have to actually announce that. Regardless, she's been engaged for a couple of years. And Marge, I know that this is like difficult for you to like think about the reasons for things, but do you know one reason that she might not be married yet? And like, you're so excited about the fact that you were married and aren't anymore or whatever. Again, nothing wrong with divorce or whatever, but like you brought it up. She's way younger than you. Now, I know you know that. I know that burns deep inside of you. And for once, I actually feel a little bit of solidarity because it kind of hurts me too that everyone up and coming in politics is way younger than me too, but she's much younger. She only got engaged a couple of years after I found the average age of first marriage. She got engaged a couple years later. Pump the freaking brakes. And she has a career. If she wants to have kids, I have no doubt she will. See, that's the thing about a free country, Marge, and I know it bothers you, but I believe in an America where you get to choose if you have kids or not. And I know every day you help push us away from that reality, but for now, she actually gets to choose, and she has had jobs. Again, none of them count. Being a bartender or whatever, peasant stuff. Serving food and drinks, only robots should do that. Screw the peasants that do that. That's the message I hear loud and clear out of the right is anybody who actually uses their hands for a living, works in service, whatever, doesn't count. You know, not everybody can have a great record in terms of jobs like Marjorie Greene, who was given a general contracting company by her father. Now they technically bought it, and I bet he charged fair market value for that. Yeah, I'm sorry that AOC wasn't given a company, I guess. And by the way, once she was given that company, she was a very important executive there. She was actually the chief financial officer from 2007 to 2011. Actually, journalists looked into it and found that she had no significant presence at the company. It was just like a vanity title that was given to her, which begs the question, what was she doing for a decade when she was supposedly working for this company that dear Papa had given her? as well as the millions of dollars that she inherited as a result of that. Again, AOC is a goddamn peasant because she wasn't one of the good Americans who was handed millions of dollars just by virtue of birth or whatever. So then I guess she gets bored of the contracting company that she was given, and she does actually start something for herself with the millions of dollars she was given, but whatever. She starts a CrossFit gym. Nothing against CrossFit. I have some concerns about the injury rate and all that, but whatever. So she opens that business. So she then left it in early 2017. At that point, she'd gotten really busy with being a Facebook mom or whatever and spreading conspiracy theories and advocating for political opponents to be murdered. So she was very busy. Interestingly, 2 years after opening CrossFit Passion, she did an interview where she said that she and her husband knew little about how to run a business when they started it. That's more than a decade after they bought the general contracting company. That's years after she had served as the chief financial officer. She says, yeah, I didn't really know anything about running a company. Then how were you? I mean, we know that you weren't, but the cover story is that you were. So which is it? To be like a reputable politician, do you have to have a lot of like work experience? Or is it enough that you're just given a company because you were born in the right family, handed millions of dollars, you get bored with that, you go start a gym, maybe you meet some cool gurus or something there or whatever, and then eventually you just spend a lot of time radicalizing yourself online and then do really the only big position of your life, which is the same exact job that AOC has. Now, granted, you don't go about it in the same way. She actually talks to her constituents, proposes actual bills, seems to research, care about what's going on, does a lot of research and then asks good questions, generate great moments during hearings and everything. Now you've tried to reproduce that, but you've been unable. And I know again that burns deep inside of you. But there are better solutions to that. Maybe like a little bit of meditation. I know you know people that can teach you that stuff. Lashing out at AOC is no solution to any of your problems. And finally, when you refer to AOC as being an actor, when again, she was a young activist who against all odds ran against and beat one of the most powerful Democrats in Congress, which if you were gonna have somebody that was literally just an actor, like why would it be the person that challenges one of the most in establishment Democrats? None of it makes any sense, but whatever, it's fine. It's fine, she's just an actor. And on the right, Republicans, they don't truck with actors. Except for Donald Trump, who they mostly only know about because of reality TV. And I don't know, the 19 Fox personalities, pundits, and producers that are even as I record this in the Trump administration right now. Oh, she's just an actor, she could never be president, but your actor president just watches TV all day long and then says, yeah, get that guy. Yeah, she should probably be in charge of Department of Homeland. Like, again, the hypocrisy. Pointing out hypocrisy is generally a waste of time, but never more so when you're talking to one of the dumbest people on the planet.